So got out perch fishing again. If you haven't been out there, it's a good trip. It's not the cheapest. I mean, by the time you drive there, by the time you buy minnows, by the time you drive the boat to where you need to go, it's not the cheapest of trips. I live 45 minutes from the ramp or so. I do keep smaller perch. I will bring home my limit every time. I don't mind cleaning 7, 8, 9, 10 inch perch. I truly don't. It depends on the day. I'm just being honest. There's no size limit on them. For those of you that don't like that, I apologize. But they're fantastic eating fish. I got asked a question while I was out there by one of my viewers. What's your trick, Jim? You know, and I don't have any tricks. It's the equipment I use. It's how I fish. And keeping it simple is truly the only thing I do. I'm going to go through step by step from setting the rods up to bringing the perch home. So we just put in the water. Timmy Rosala, first time in the boat since he bought my old one. I bought this one. What's up, Timmy?
What's up, Jimmy? First trip. Let's see how she does.
Yeah. Got a little bit of a crowd this morning. Just gonna go get in the middle of them and start fishing. Finally got one, Timmy.
I like your lawn chair, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. So all the rods that I use 6-pound line. It's just 6-pound mono. It's a Bass Pro Shop bigger spool, 1,000 yards. You can change it whenever you need to. It's pretty inexpensive. The thing is, the 6-pound line comes off the reel a lot faster. When you open that veil, you're fishing, 27 to 35 foot of water normally in this area. So you want to get down there as fast as you can. I like to put a swivel on because it stops the line twist. So what I'm going to do first is take a piece of just line. It's standard 6-pound. It's actually off the reel that I'm using. And I got about a 3 or 4 foot piece. I'm going to tie that swivel on first. I use a Palomar knot for everything, which is you just go through once, you put it back through the same way you just came from, and you basically have a loop with 2 lines. All you do then is tie a regular knot, and with that loop, you pull that swivel through and tighten. It's just easier to do that knot off of the rod because otherwise you have to pull everything through it. So with that line attached to the swivel, I'm going to now tie it to the rod. Put it through, put it back through. There's your double line going through it. Make a simple knot with your loop. pull your loop section out, grab that swivel, pull your line that's connected to the swivel all the way out before you tighten it. And that's it. I still tie a Palomar knot. I'll go through, I'll pinch my line where I think I need to be, and I'll go back through, and I'll make the loop as small as I can. So basically there's my loop. I'll grab both the other lines, pull this tight, make my simple knot, and then pull the hook through. There you go. I'm about 16 inches or so down. There's no set distance. You just don't want it super long, so you're winding this up into the tip all the time. So you want to keep it a little close. Those perch don't mind. But lately the fish have been near the bottom, so I want to stay kind of close to the hook. So when it's all laid out, hook stretched out, I want to be about 3 or 4 inches from the hook. That's all the further down I want to be. Some people like a longer leader, some people like a shorter one. All my rods are set a little different. Helps you just figure out the day. So there we go. I have the swivel to the main line. Then I have my hook and my sinker. Literally I have about 3 inches in between the hook and the sinker. With a little current, that minnow's going to be to the side anyways. So you're going to be fine with that. If it ends up, some of the longer leader ones do better, I'll lengthen this. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you the deflection of these rods. These are inches, just by lifting the weight, okay? There's nothing special here, it's the same setup I've been using. There's a swivel, there's a hook, and there's a sinker, 1/2 ounce sinker. Yeah, it's probably 5/16 actually. But what I want to show you is how far this thing comes down when you tighten the line. No gimmicks. This is it. I'm going to pull on the line. Before I lift the sinker, right there is where I lift it. You're talking almost 6 inches of deflection. You can't beat that. That's the stuff you're looking for to see a bite. So one of the things I do on the boat with the setup that I have, the rod holder, everything, you have the whole rod out. What's key on a boat is it's constantly doing this, no matter what. You have the waves from other boaters, wind, what have you. Timmy was struggling a little bit to start, but I got him dialed in because he wasn't staying on the bottom. The whole thing is keep that sinker on the bottom, keep that minnow down there, okay? If you have the rod tight, like so, and you're just going up and down with the boat, that whole bait and everything is moving with it. The thing I like to do is just tighten it up enough to where I put a small bow in the line. I'll let it drop, I'll put a small bow in the line, like so. You know, just an inch or so, just where I know I'm feeling the weight on the bottom. Because then, if the boat's moving, you got a little bit of give. You got 6 inches of give. It keeps it on the bottom where the fish are.
Another good one. How's that?
So one of the things I do if I'm ready to drop my line, you can see it coming off the spool. You know you're on bottom when it hits because your line will stop going out. One little thing I do once that happens is I'll tighten my line up a little bit and I'll raise that sinker off the bottom. What happens is sometimes it gets caught in the weeds, stuck in the mud. You know, if you're using a 1/2 ounce, it's falling pretty good. I just want little resistance as possible on it. First double, Timmy. On him, Rosella. I either should have never told you to go deeper or told you a lot sooner. Huh?
Well, that one again is the one I'm just throwing out there, just letting it sit around.
Yeah.
Double.
Doubled up, are you?
Yep. Tripled up.
Nice.
That's not that one. There's two.
Come on.
And here's three.
Nicely done. It doesn't really matter if you're in a boat using a rod holder or if you're on the bank using your minnow bucket. Bring that little bit up, leave that little bit for waves or for them to bite it. You'll see that bite every time. Trust me. It makes a huge difference. I appreciate you guys watching. I really hope this helps. Hit that subscribe button, pass the word around. We'll see you out there.